In the year 2014, a new squad of operatives was chosen by the College of Illusion. These fools promptly went on to frustrate their DM at every opportunity. Today, still working together, because really, who else would work with them? They survive as adventurers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the Second Breakfast Club.
Tony Kinney as Eddie Falzone.
Jess Owen as Adira Glow.
Michael Cole as Uorag.
Jesse Wicks as Bill Quiverlance.
Nico Rodriguez as your DM.
Welcome back to the continuing tales of A Fool's Quest.
So you guys made it through the fields. You had the 99 red balloons that popped up, and you had to deal with that. And then you got to that one town and asked some questions, met some NPCs, learned about the beekeepers. You didn't go talk to the beekeepers, though. You're like, fuck those guys, and we're just going to go into the woods. You also skipped a couple of people, but that's also
like we
fine.
do.
Yeah, like you do. And then you went into the woods and you did your thing. By your thing, I mean you traveled through the woods for a little adventuring journey thing and got attacked by a bunch of spiders.
As is our wont.
Yep. And you made it, and instead of running for the escape and risking being eaten alive by spiders, you decided to take refuge in Guillermo's Gambit, where you learned about an adventurer that went there recently named Fraser the Face.
Everybody got that? Good!
And Fraser the Face is inside there somewhere. It was still kind of midday when you guys got to here, though. It was dark inside the forest, but that was because the trees block out the sun entirely. So, yeah, now that you're in Guillermo's Gambit, that was where we left off.
Okay.
I don't think I missed anything.
Now, Guillermo's Gambit is some old dilapidated ruins from an age of bygone past, right?
Yep, exactly.
It's all kind of spooky, overgrown, blah, blah. Okay. Just trying to get the ambience right in my head.
Yep.
Haunted.
So the party has escaped the spiders of Anuxi for now. The walls of Guillermo's Gambit would easily be scalable by the spiders, as you saw the orb weavers were across the top of the trees, and the trees went much higher than the walls of Anuxi. But the monstrous creatures do not leave the security of the trees, and they disappear back into the forest, as you all have made it safely to Guillermo's Gambit. Bill, you're the only one that right now has two very serious wounds that continue to bleed, and for some reason you cannot get them to stop bleeding. You assume maybe the attacks from the spiders that you received might have had some kind of anticoagulant in there that is keeping your body from healing itself.
That seems not great.
Is there a species of spider that has a coagulant venom?
You serious?
Are you gonna go get that one? Hey, bite him right here.
No, I could just shapeshift into it.
I happen to have 3 vials of antitoxin, so I'm going to give one of those to Bill. Look, drink this. I think it'll help with that venom.
I'm gonna chug it on one gulp.
Okay. And both of your wounds stop bleeding after a few moments, and your blood corrects itself. I did not realize you had antitoxin.
Starting gear.
Yeah?
I could choose a healing potion or 3 antitoxins, but earlier I could choose a bag of books or 3 healing potions. So I just didn't choose healing potions ever.
I'm gonna hand the empty bottle back. This is yours.
You might need that.
I'll keep it just in case.
You don't look like you're bleeding anymore.
How you feeling there, Bill?
Some mayonnaise we need to put into it later.
Kind of sucks to be almost dead, doesn't
What's
it?
that? I don't know what you're talking about. I was fine. I've always been fine.
Did you give him a potion of gaslight?
Yeah, that's how they work. They just make you think you weren't actually bit.
How is Valley, by the way? She got ran over by the cart.
She did get ran over by the cart, but I think she was okay after she got picked back up and brushed off. I think her hit points were pretty much fine. She didn't take any severe damage, just a little bit of embarrassment when she got ran over.
Nobody ever takes damage in our party.
She's just a little halfling. She's just a little halfling girl. She got ran over by the big old cart.
With all of our crap.
It was just like, thud, thud, thud.
Oh!
I'm okay.
All right, in the daylight, the city seems empty. There are no cobwebs or signs of spiders within the city. The streets are all clean and appear to be well lit. The architecture of the streets reflects sunlight throughout the streets and alleys. So even with the buildings the way they are laid out, there is ample sunlight that runs through the alleys. The buildings all have a gray hue to the walls and roofs. A thin line of smoke rises from somewhere near the center of the city. This is the only evidence of life within the town. Uorag, you begin to feel uneasy in this place. An unnatural aura in the city and the voices of all, I guess, animals as well as stones and buildings and shit,
Yes.
appear to be silenced. Bill, you feel the opposite. You don't know if it's the wooziness from the spider venom that was just coursing through your veins or if there's something else in the city, but you feel drawn toward the center of the city. Not necessarily the smoke, but someplace in the center you feel.
No way to go but through, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. I think we should find what's making that smoke.
Seems reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Some of the nearby buildings and whatever, how tall are they? Are they tall enough that I could skitter up to the top and get a good view, or?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. I'm going to...
Sort of just charging into danger.
Yeah, since we're in spider country, I'll go spider form
Okay.
and go skitter up the side of a building somewhere.
This seems like a good idea to me. In fairness, the party's been together for too long. Why don't we split up and look around, guys?
I'm going to cast invisibility on Uorag before he skitters up the side of the building.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And that's
It's a
10.
giant spider with
All right.
antlers.
Yes.
He is invisible.
That's terrifying. On the book. Ooh. That's 10 plus wisdom, so like...
All right, hold 3 on invisible spiders. So I will give you one. Which one of the spider forms do you want to take? One of the orb weavers, one of the trap spiders?
one of the orb weavers.
Okay, so big old daddy. Big old round daddy.
Big round daddy, long spindly legs.
Can shoot some
webs.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, cool.
With
Can't
antlers.
some orb weavers like leap from places too and use their webbing to float down?
Yeah, pretty much.
The baby ones
Pretty much any kind of
spin
spiders
a
can-
web
Yeah.
string and use it as a parachute.
Yeah. All right, cool. So
Yeah, I'm just skittering up, see when I can look around and see if I can get a good aerial vantage point.
all right, yeah. So you skitter up. You do see some buildings that are taller than others. You see from your angle in the center of the city, there is a fountain. And there is a large statue of something standing behind the well. So there's a big fountain that comes up. It's surrounded by this big well. And you see a statue standing behind that. Just behind the statue, you see a large castle with a gated community standing on a large hill. So it kind of rises up above the rest of the city. Not a ton, not like up the side of a mountain or anything like that, but you can definitely tell a hill was built here, it looks like, and the castle and gated community was put on the hill and then surrounded by the city.
Or they built it up on top of an older part of the city or something.
Right.
Sweet. Okay. And the smoke, can I discern a better whereabouts of where that's coming from?
You can you can navigate which direction you need to go. We'll say northeast is the way
Okay.
you want to head toward.
But it's not like in the center raised section of the city?
It's not within the gated community with the castle, but is very nearby.
Okay. All right, well, I'll skitter back down. I believe I know which way to go to find the smoke.
Yeah, I thought you were still up there.
Oh, I'll transport him back. Sorry, I forgot.
I thought you were still a spider. Now your voice up here.
He made you invisible.
I'm gonna let that drop.
As Uorag makes funny faces at him, invisible.
Told you we need to invest in pocket sand.
He dispels it.
Pocket glitter.
Pocket. I'm just gonna carry flour around.
Just gonna carry glitter.
As an illusion mage, I would think that everybody just carries glitter, some sort of sticky flour or cornstarch or something.
Yeah.
They hear something. Who's there?
Everything sparkles in the Illusion Nation.
The land of glitter.
We're all paranoid about invisible people, so we're throwing glitter everywhere.
Yeah, nobody can turn invisible because they just acquire glitter from everywhere they go.
We're the only ones who can cast it. We can't even use it.
And obviously glitter comes from the Enchantment Nation.
And it's a permanent curse.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will come back down and, like I said, I can find the smoke for us. It is this way.
All right. Lead the way.
Okay. And I'm still invisible, yeah?
No, I dropped it.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say I'll just string a web like a trail as I skitter off toward that direction.
I just had the worry, see, because none of the spiders would come in, that maybe there was some sort of thing that feeds on the spiders.
Fair.
So, you going up being in a prominent position as a spider.
Yeah.
Giant dragonfly shows up. Oh no! Change form!
Giant wasps or something.
Yeah. Ooh. Eek. Fuck that.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't care for wasps like you don't care for spiders.
Yeah.
Fucking
All right.
tactical assault bees.
I thought you guys were going to do something different, and so I planned for something different. But
You always do.
I know. You guys didn't. You never do.
And we're always going to wonder, what didn't we do?
I'll tell you later. I'll tell you when you leave. If you leave.
If you did this, it would have been a lot easier.
Let's find a cafeteria.
As you travel down the
Let's
road,
have our second breakfast.
you see these houses. They are very similar in build. Many are decorated differently. They've got different kind of carvings and engravings in the wood and on the walls and stuff. But all the paint has seemed to have gone away, and only this gray color and hue remain. As you travel, though, go ahead and give me a wisdom save. Only Uorag and Bill.
7.
8.
With a 7 and an 8, you know that something unnatural is around. You feel something calling to you, Bill, that's leading you toward the direction near the smoke. From what Uorag says, probably toward the castle that you've identified. You know it's supernatural in nature, but you don't know whether it is good or bad. You feel like it's good, whatever it is. That's your feel. But you also know it's supernatural. It is not just whatever instincts. So that's what your partial success gets you. Uorag, you're the opposite of that. So you also realize something supernatural is around. Not just your instincts, but you realize that something has silenced the voices in this city. They are not like dead walls and dead stone and dead, there's no animals in here because animals don't feel comfortable here. So this place is silenced. Again, you feel like it's bad, but you're not entirely sure if it's bad because everything is just silenced here and maybe
Right.
like protective from like the spiders or something else.
Uncomfortably quiet.
Yeah. For you, hearing all of the voices
Yeah.
that you hear all the time, this is very eerie.
Yeah. This is very strange. I should hear more spirits from the stone and wood and animals, but there's nothing. It is as if they've been silenced.
I've got a great feeling. I think we should go that way. Seems like a wonderful idea.
What could possibly silence everything?
It is hard to say.
Got rid of the spiders.
Perhaps the spiders are afraid and they are unnerved as I am.
Well, that's probably why you're unnerved, because you turned into a spider. See, it's just spider guts. It's an anti-spider gut spell or
It's
something.
a spider thing.
It's your spider sense.
It's my Peter tingle.
You guys continue to have this conversation as you walk, and you arrive at the fountain. Uorag, you know this fountain here is the point where you need to determine if you're going to cross through into the gated community and start heading toward the castle, if you're going to break away. And you can kind of see, like, very easily now where the smoke is coming from, what direction. So here's where you split ways. Either go left or right. Bill, you feel like you want to go toward the castle. That castle is calling you. Uorag, you see the smoke, which is the only sign of living anything in this town outside of yourselves. So I will let you guys decide which way you want to go.
I mean, it is a castle.
Before we decide, I want to go over just to the nearest door and shove it open and look inside.
Okay.
Does it look like it was abandoned in a hurry, or like it was evacuated, with the valuables were taken out as well? And is there still dinner on the table,
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Go ahead and make a discern reality roll.
8.
8.
So that's me one question, right?
Yep.
What happened here?
Okay. So a long time ago, it looks like this, the wood furniture here has been taken down or, busted apart, rotted. Everything is dead. Little scraps of pieces are everywhere. Scraps of broken plate and stuff. Mattresses have been molded and rotted and just turned to goop at this point over the hundreds and hundreds of years of just chilling here and being turned into dust. So there's dust, a thick layer of dust and sand everywhere. The inside of this place is just as gray as the outside, though. As you investigate around, you do find hidden under some of the dust on one of the walls a splatter of blood was there at some point. It is stained into the actual woodwork of the building that is there. And it was kind of preserved, even though there are no skeletons in here, there are no bodies. It looks like it was cleaned up, or at least the bodies were removed. But as you take a look around, you can see on the floor where the body was, where it landed, the blood was marked there too. And it has stayed. It has not faded. And so it seems like someone was killed in here.
As I'm looking around, and so it's just like a house or something, right?
Yeah, just a house.
So does it appear that whenever it was abandoned, they took valuables? Or does it seem like they just get the hell out of here and ran?
It looks like there are no valuables in here. So your assumption would be maybe they took the valuables. Someone has taken valuables, whether it was the people who killed them or someone years later.
Yeah, because it's been hundreds of years or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, I doubt there's going to be anything at that castle.
What do you mean? It's a castle.
Yeah, but this place, look around in here. They took everything before they left.
Yeah, they took plenty, but it's a castle. There's so much stuff in a castle.
You think they took it to the castle?
Maybe they could have taken it to the castle, or it's just a castle. There, what? It would take an army to move everything out of a castle. It doesn't look like there's any kind of war here.
Well, there's definitely some kind of fight.
Well, there's some kind of craziness, but whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. We have no idea. There could be anything inside the castle.
There could be anything inside the castle. What about this Fraser the Face, though?
He might be there. Who knows?
Well, we got smoke over here. We know he came this way. That's probably him.
Perhaps if someone is there at that campfire or wherever the smoke is coming from, they will know what happened.
Maybe we should split up.
Or maybe they're going to try and steal the stuff from the castle first.
Yeah, I'm wondering if
Bill,
that's
go
why
check out
they're
the castle and we'll go check.
First of all, I don't do anything. I just support you guys while you do.
You can take Scoob.
All right, so Bill's leaning towards castle. Adira, Uorag, you guys got thoughts?
I would go toward the signs of life.
Signs of life?
I would agree.
I'm thinking...
But I do not want Bill to be left defenseless.
I'm not going to the castle without you. We'll go to the smoke, then the castle.
We should stick together in this place. Let's go check out the smoke. Maybe it's Fraser the Face has some information about the castle too.
The pack is much stronger than a lone wolf.
Yes. The school is way more effective than a single guppy at whatever guppies do.
And while the fools start heading toward the smoke, we are going to head to a commercial break.
The Secret City. The Atomic City. The city behind a fence. Oak Ridge goes by many names, and it is proof of what happens when man messes with things they do not understand. The side effects of mixing little understood science with ancient mysteries reach farther than anyone realizes in this small town. And those mysteries are about to come to a head. Tempest Multi is a Southern Gothic reality-twisting mystery set in various worlds using different Power Buddy apocalypse systems. Listeners beware. There be monsters here.
And now let's get back to the fun.
All right, so you start heading toward the smoke. You do notice that as you had gotten closer, the statue that was there was a giant crow. You start going toward the smoke, though. Bill, you for a moment think that maybe you're going to get like sick or something from not going toward the castle. That thing is just calling you, right? That castle really wants you to call. But as you start walking away, you don't really feel sick or there's no negative impacts. You're just a little sad that you're not...
I'm just gonna be real passive aggressive about the whole thing. Like, no, this is fine. It's great. It's not like I never fucking asked for anything, and I asked one time, and you all just
gaslighting them more. It is your superpower.
We're gonna go do what you want, but you're gonna hate it as much as I do.
All right, as you get closer to
this is why you play symbols.
As you get closer to the smoke, you see a small dog, maybe a 25-pound dog, comes prancing up to you, wagging its tail, super happy to see you. It gives a quick little yip and then turns and runs back toward the smoke.
What did the yip mean?
Just surprised, happy to see other people. Like, yeah, just like, oh, shit, humans. Or not human, yeah, people. Turn around,
something alive.
Yeah. It goes running back to the smoke to presumably its owners.
Well, he seems friendly.
Yeah, he did seem friendly.
Okay, so you follow the dog. It takes off, but you know where you're going anyway. So you follow the dog, and as you're coming up, you see an Aarakocra, whatever. That's
bird person.
Yeah, a bird person.
Big bird.
And this bird person strongly resembles a crane. And he says, "Oh my, look at you. How did you get in here? Never mind that now. Come with me. Hurry. We must get to the smoke. Please come."
Fraser the Face?
I am. And you must be.
No, you are.
Oh.
I'm Eddie.
Oh, I'm taken aback. I'm speechless. I'm
I
sorry.
thought you were Fraser.
I am Fraser.
Wait, whose back are you taking?
Listen, Speechless. Just take us to this campfire.
Stop it!
I hate it here. So
This is the third time we've done this bit.
I think so.
Who's on first?
So he takes you to the to this house. He's like, "Follow me. We're right around the corner. Come on, Eddie, come here. Oh, you're the goodest boy, Eddie. Follow me."
I'm pretty okay.
Oh no, the dog is Eddie.
No, I'm Eddie.
Oh my goodness, there are two Eddies. Are you also the goodest boy?
One of them.
Oh, fantastic. Two of the goodest boys.
He's Eddie with the face.
I'm gonna shake the dog's paw. Eddie, nice to meet you.
Oh, he rears up on his back leg so you don't have to stretch down too far, and shakes your hand, and then puts his little body back down and goes running off toward the house.
All right.
So Fraser takes you into the house, and inside you see there is another Aarakocra, and then there is a tiefling, and then Oh, and then a dwarf. Sorry. It's the next page. So tiefling. Oh, so he introduces. I'm sorry, I got your name. You're Eddie, also a good boy. Nice to meet you. And your other names of your peers here. Now that we're inside.
Oh, yes, my peers. This is Adira Glow.
Adira Glow. It's very nice to meet you.
Hello.
This is Uorag.
Uorag.
Hi.
It's a pleasure.
And Bill Quiverlance.
Bill Quiverlance from the family Quiverlance, presumably.
I would presume yes. Why aren't you at the castle?
Oh, we haven't decided to go into the castle yet.
And why not?
Good.
Oh, well, first, let me introduce you to my friends here, and then we can sit down and chat. We'll be here all night. We're not going back out any time today, so we've got plenty of time.
Cheers.
This is my brother, Niles the Knave. And this is my friend, Roz. She's a rogue. That's the tiefling. And this is our friend, Daphne. She's a dwarf. Daphne the Dastardly. And Eddie's the good boy.
Yes, what kind of dog is he? Is he a Jack Russell?
I think so. Isn't he?
All right.
I would pull it up, but I'm afraid to. Yeah. Yeah. There's a Jack
There's
Russell.
knaves and jacks.
Oh, God. Sorry.
It's all right. It wasn't very strong. Well, nice to meet y'all. Why are y'all here?
Oh, well, we went on an adventure, if you will. And you hear Niall say, you think it was an adventure. I think it's a mistake. But whatever, we always do what Fraser wants.
I know the feeling.
So, you lot are the ones
Calm
who were
down.
asking, causing some trouble for the bee farmers back, Lisa's old, yeah.
Oh my, I didn't know that we caused any trouble for anyone. And Daphne's like, I told you that we caused trouble for them when we went into the bee farms and they did not want us there. But you said we had to go in there. Niles is like, I agree with Daphne. We should not have gone there and we should not have bugged them. If we hadn't, we might not be in this mess today. And Fraser's like, enough with you two. Jeez, we have guests. Would you like some tea or maybe some brandy?
Yeah, I'll have some brandy.
Okay, or maybe some brandy with tea. Whatever. Daphne, be a dear. And Daphne starts grumbling as she gets up on her dwarven legs and starts pouring brandies and teas to hand out to all of you.
So, one of the things they remembered about all that hassling, though, is that you were looking for some sort of treasure out here. Yeah?
Oh, yes. I have done a lot of studies from my part on Guillermo's Gambit. The history of this place is quite fascinating. I am a doctor, and I did my doctorate program on the history of Guillermo's Gambit. So I, of course, needed to come here eventually to, take my own knack at adventuring here.
Of course.
Though I must admit, we are not normal adventurers. This is not our thing, normally, if you will.
Wouldn't have guessed.
You clearly appear to be adventurers. Am I correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my. Are you illusionists?
Do we look like illusionists?
Niles is like, of course they're not an illusionist, Fraser. They wouldn't be talking to us if they were illusionists.
I thought those people went around invisible and sparkling.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not sneaking up on anybody. I play the cymbals. I don't know if you see these cymbals on my back, but I play them.
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely. A very mediocre instrument.
Closest we got to an illusionist is Uorag. He can shapeshift.
Hi.
Hello again. Well, we decided to come here. We came here with actually a larger party, some guides who are here with us, and my father, rest in peace, Martin the Menace. He was taken from us the very first night we were here in Guillermo's Gambit. We were not fully prepared, but we bounced back. We've done some meditation, and we've really been able to set aside our grief and focus on, the bigger picture here. He would have wanted that.
What happened that night?
Well, we were wandering the streets, and we had decided to camp, and we didn't want to go in one of the houses. The houses are dreadful here. Obviously, you see that Roz and Daphne have cleaned this place up, but we've done our best. But the first night, we were not so keen on that. We had gotten away from the spiders. Many of our party were captured by the spiders, but we had tents and stuff, so we put them up in the street near the fountain. Did you see the fountain?
Yeah, we saw the fountain. We passed it.
Oh, lovely place. Beautiful architecture. we decided to camp there. Well, unfortunately, while we were camping, we heard some weird noises during the night. Not even the full night. It was really just as soon as the sun had left the walls and was hidden behind the trees again, all of a sudden, noises came from the castle and then all around us. My father, Martin, his name, he was taken by some ghastly entity. We tried fire and ice and all sorts of different spells that I had on these scrolls here, and none of them worked. I exhausted nearly every scroll I had trying to combat this thing. Finally, we got to this building here, and I used one of these other scrolls, these red pop scrolls, and we were able to hide within the night.
These what scrolls?
Oh, a red pop. Niles is like, have you never heard of a red pop scroll?
I've never heard of a red pop scroll.
Oh, Fraser, how delightful. They've never heard of a red pop scroll. Oh, do tell them what it does. Fraser's like, I will tell them. Jeez, Niles, behave. He says, a red pop scroll, they're red, so that's why they're called red. And then the pop stands for place of power. It creates a place of power that lasts for 1 month and creates it as soon as it is cast off the scroll. I bought these 3 scrolls. I brought them with me from the Divination Nation.
Interesting. Did you say you already used one around here?
Yes, I had to use one of the 3 to create this place.
So this is a place of power.
It is right now.
Wish I was an illusionist. I could do something with that.
Anyway, so we came here in search for lost treasure. So let me tell you, what we're dealing with here, this monstrous creature, is an ancient cultish magic. A curse that was able to linger and spread using blood magic. I'm sure you've heard all the tales of Guillermo's Gambit, so I won't go into that entirely. But the evil entity here is an amalgamation of souls of the tortured and the torturers. In my book, I would define this entity as a physically harmful apparition of regional transference.
Wait a minute!
It is an eternal, deadly ghost that stalks the entire city, but is bound to the city, so it can't leave the city. Now, physically harmful apparitions of regional transference are ghosts that could live in, something as small as a bathroom if they were decided to be locked in a bathroom. Or maybe something like a library.
Yeah, it's a haunt.
Yes. Oh,
It's
that's
a fart.
much smaller word. I was able to shorten my words. I took physically harmful apparition of regional transference and I called them farts for short.
It's a fart.
Yeah, so in the day, outside, farts are not as powerful. They can be disorienting and have the effects can wreak havoc on one's constitution, but they are not fatal. During the night, however, when everyone is sleeping,
Oh no!
the farts can be more silent and deadly than a Iberian viper.
That's the worst kind of viper.
The worst. So deadly, especially in closed confines. We're lucky I had Red Pop with me.
I suppose so. So you put up the place of power and then what? Made a ritual to keep the fart out?
No, just the place of power itself.
Just repels the...
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I suppose it changes the nature of the... Yeah.
Turns it into a no
the
fart
region,
zone.
and therefore the transference is no longer able to affect it. So that makes perfect sense.
Niles says, it helps too that we're worshippers of the Moonlit Path, so our divination bonds are to the Moonlit Path. And Fraser says, Niles, we do not talk about the Moonlit Path with new friends. Be silent. Anyway, as I was saying, the
What's
evil
this
moves...
about the Moonlit Path?
Huh?
What's this about this path?
The Moonlit Path you guys would know of to some degree. It is a cult, or classified a cult, primarily worshipped and joined by the Bramroyal group of merchants.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time.
And some of their more astute, educated people in the field follow this path. It's kind of like a rich person's cult that is out there that claim that Greyhawk is evil and left this world a long time ago, and that Selune is the rightful god of Euphrae. Obviously, heresy among the Church of Greyhawk, which is the primary religion in the world, but, you know, nobody's going to challenge the Brom Royals with the amount of money that they have. So, he says, the evil moves the magic items around and uses them as bait to attract adventurers. That's the basis of my thesis. I'll tell you more about that later. Anyway, so we likely won't find a huge stash of treasure here, probably just a few items at most. But if we can get out alive with a few items from Guillermo's Gambit, we will all be famous. And me as an author and researcher, obviously, will be world renowned, even more so than I am today. During the event, we have been During the day, we have been scouting the roads, looking for treasure and mapping the area. Roz has the map over there. She likely won't share it with probably you folk. She's very finicky with that sort of thing. But during the night, we come back here. We have been here for a little while now, and rations-wise, we have about 3 weeks left of Hot Pockets before we have to leave.
Hot Pocket. Wow. We've got 13.
If you have 13 Hot Pockets.
We do. For whatever reason. For the
Now,
4 of us.
I will say, just beyond that statue that we found in the center of the area, hidden in a little crook, there is a treasure chest that I have found at the base of the statue. I cannot seem to get it open. And Roz has done her best, but she has not had any success getting it open as well.
Nor Niles the Knave or Daphne the Dastardly?
Daphne tried smashing it with a hammer.
That is pretty dastardly.
And Niles didn't want to challenge her after that. He thought if she couldn't be successful, he didn't want to try.
Fair enough.
But if you are going to be here for a while, there should be enough treasure for all of us to profit some. That's just how this place works. It is designed to lure in adventurers. Some have survived over the centuries, come in, grab some treasure, left. Many have failed. I think that knowing what we know and having a group of capable adventurers here like you, plus power in numbers, we all should be able to find something of value.
That makes sense. I mean, we weren't planning on making an expedition here to Guillermo's Gambit. We were more passing through, and, well, those spiders in the forest were a little more than we were prepared to deal with. Got more herded here than anything, seems like, but here we are. So while we are, well, there may be some profit to be had. What do y'all think?
I wanted to go to the castle already.
Yeah, so I think we might stick around a couple of days and join you for some investigating here.
Oh, fantastic.
I am most curious as to what happened with the spirits here. I will lend my aid where I can.
Do you speak with spirits as well as turn into different forms?
I do.
Wonderful. Yeah, the creatures that seem to be attacking us are these little shadowy forms. They, again, could not be hit with fire or ice. Those are the scrolls that I had for combat. I used many of them on the spiders on the way here, so I only had a few left, but all of my attacking scrolls have been depleted. I only have 2 red pops left and this 1 scroll of invisibility. He shows them to you, the 2 red pops. They're red scrolls, and the invisibility one that he showed was a mass invisibility.
Ooh.
Cool. So, yeah.
I told him I'm not an illusionist.
So did we want to go check out that treasure chest tonight, or?
Not tonight.
How close? It was like afternoon, right?
Yeah, he was telling you guys to come back to the house because the sun was heading behind the trees and he didn't want to risk it. Yeah.
Okay, so it's too late tonight. All right, well, I say, yeah, if you don't mind if we join you in the house here.
No, you're more than welcome to stay. Yes.
Well, the other option, if we could borrow one of those red pop scrolls, we could maybe have a little more space that way.
I think I could part with one as a gesture of our friendly cooperation. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Can one and he hands it to Uorag. Here you go.
He looks at it upside down.
Bill can use that, I'm sure.
Oh, here, Bill.
Knowledgeable guy, Bill.
I have many knowledges. Yes, this seems like a language.
You
Turn
may,
it over, maybe.
you may be able to get out of, get to the fountain again and find the treasure chest for the night. I will say, during the day, this place has an eerie way of confusing people. I have tried flying myself and have had very frustrating results. It seems that we can't get out of this place. So, if we find something, and our time is coming to an end on how long we should be here, what with the hot pockets and all, running low, I would ask you maybe to not leave us behind. It may be confusing trying to get out for all of us, and if one of us has success, that success should be shared with the greater group.
You know what, Fraser the Face? I like you. You got a deal.
Lovely.
I will say it would probably be helpful if we had the map that you guys have made already as a starting point that we could both expand on and cooperatively make more complete.
Yeah, it would be a more efficient use of our additional manpower.
Roz, she's like, what? Would you be Adira and show them the map? Obviously, I don't think that we could part with the map after all the work that Roz has done. Plus, she might stab me in my sleep. But I think it would be very kind if, we showed them, Roz, the map. Don't you agree? And Eddie gives a little bark that he agrees. And she's like, fine, I'll do this. But if they kill us in our sleep, I swear, I will haunt you forever. And Fraser's like, oh yes, good point. Don't die here or your soul will become part of the amalgamation.
Good to know.
I'll do my best to not do that.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.
And I'm going to do something really quick for all of you.
He's got to pee. My bad.
Puddles, you can't tap the cord.
What are you doing?
She's helping. I'm helping.
Good girl,
Way to go, Nelson.
She's gonna die.
She's not coming for that cord.
Immediately.
Anyway, oh my god. The lines on here are just up and down.
How'd that go?
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't work on my mouth. Okay.
What the fuck did you just say?
And we're back.
All right, everybody say something.
Say something.
Test.
I don't wanna say anything.
Sorry.
Hey, we touched tips.
Stop it.
Okay. If this was the villain's party, Shamas would have killed the cranes already and kidnapped Eddie.
Probably.
Dog is ours now.
Yeah.
And then we changed his name to Brian.
For no reason.
And dress him in leather.
Dress him in
That's what he likes to do.
It is what he likes to do. Jesus.
With everybody's pets.